Okay, great, great. Hello, guys. Great to be back. Thankfully, my camera is back. Uh, okay, so this is our final deep learning class. We've come through a lot, really. We've learned a lot. We've learned about neural networks. We've learned about facial recognition. We've learned about dependencies, libraries. We've learned about basically taking an image, skewing those image, the variety. Also learned about um, making your data as varied as possible, and we've learned basically making building a model, right? We learned about pre-trained models and making predictions on your model. Okay, so very quickly, I need you guys, Jane and Jonathan, I need you guys to come on stage. I need you to send your email as fast as possible. I need you on stage, right? I want us to walk through what you've done so far, what your challenges have been. Um, yeah, so basically, that's what I want us to do. Because on my end, oh, Nunu Yeni, fine, really nice to have you on board. Um, on my own end, I think I've done pretty much a very good um, work on explaining everything you guys need to work or do what you need to do. And I've also given you the collab that's going to help you through the process. So I need you guys to drop your mails as you can hear me now. So just drop your mails so you can get an invite to, or you could be brought on stage. I want to see what you guys have done. I want to see your errors. Jonathan, please come on stage. Jane, please come on stage. I don't know about Nunu Yeni yet, so I'm expecting you guys on stage ASAP. Okay, while I'm waiting for you guys, I'll just share my screen and then pretty much do a little talking about deep learning. Okay, so while you're coming on stage, so basically, why deep learning? Let's have a very short talk. So why deep learning? Why do you need to? Why not do web development, or why not do um, um, app development, mobile app development? Why not do any other kind of tech related skill? Why focus? Why do deep learning? Right. So basically, particularly for me, deep learning is pretty much exciting. I feel like the major advancements, the exciting things about tech. Um, I'm speaking personally now. Is from deep learning, basically. So yeah, classifying images, building um, technology that can learn for itself, right? Technology that can see human beings and recognize human beings and talk to human beings and relate to human beings and forecast or predict future occurrences or predict human behaviors. Or even now we have creative AI, so even creating um, art pieces, dialoguing with human beings. Those all those things are pretty exciting to me, and those are things that AI brings to the table, right? So that's why I feel AI is pretty fantastic. Self-driving cars, self-driving drones, autonomous drones, self-driving planes, um, even exploring space, right? So these are pretty fantastic things for me. In in the African continent, we're not very advanced in these things, right? But we are catching up, right? So for example, we have um, we basically use AI as a back end tool for prediction of loans, right, or prediction of who would pay a loan in before the bank lends out money to you, or before financial institutions lend out money to you. They basically use your data, use your certain things about you to determine if you are make predictions on how well or how likely you are to pay up your loan, or before they give you maybe a loan for a house, or how likely you are to um, basically how likely you are to pay for loans, right? So that's pretty much exciting for me. Building amazing technologies that can learn for themselves, robots that can talk, that can relate with people, that can solve problems for people. These are fantastic. These are amazing things for me, and that's why I really like deep learning, right? So yeah, and I probably most likely would build, looking towards building a self-driving car. Having AI companies in this side of the world, um, pretty much amazing, right? I really want to do things like that, right? And we have some of those things coming up, especially in Africa. We're catching up to the AI trend, right? So that's why I feel AI is fantastic, right? And so this project you're working on, facial recognition, is a very good, should I say, entry point for you. It's pretty exciting. It's visual, right? Yeah. So if you wanted to break AI down, there are several spheres or several subdomains in AI. There are CNNs, convolutional neural networks, and there are NLPs, natural language processing. There are GANs, generative adversarial networks, neural networks. There are nice to have you on board, Jonathan. Yeah, there are GANs, there are time series. GANs is creative AI. They basically create art pieces, they generate data sets, pretty amazing stuff, basically. Convolutional neural networks, which is CNN, we use them for basically how computers interpret what they see, which is why we are working with CNNs for in our facial recognition program. We have CNNs there. And then natural language processing is how computers interpret what they hear, or written text or language, right? That's why it's called natural language processing. So these are pretty, and then there's reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is basically how computers learn from mistakes. So it's a different way from natural language processing or CNNs. The way this one works, that's reinforcement learning, is it's if you put it in a space, maybe to get from point A to point B. Jonathan, are you having issues coming on stage? Maybe to get from point A to point B, and then there are obstacles. If it tries the first time, it hits a particular obstacle. Next time, it knows not to hit that obstacle, so it goes a different route. It keeps trying until it finds the right route to go through before it gets to point B. So in that way, it's learning by itself. For CNNs and supervised learning, you're basically teaching it what is right. You're giving it label data. So this is a boy, this is a girl, this is a cat, a dog, and all those things, right? Um, but for reinforcement learning, it learns on its own. Yeah. So that's also pretty much exciting, and we've not really explored a lot of that in this side of the world, and that's what you guys are taking up, right? So don't get discouraged. It pretty much gets difficult, yeah, but um, it gets easier as you go on. It gets easier, right? Cool stuff. Jonathan, you've come on stage several times. Are you with us? Can you share your screen? Can I have you on stage? Hey, Jonathan.
Hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Daniel.
Okay, cool. Okay, so this is your project, yeah?
Yeah, it is actually. It is.
Okay.
This is not, as I told you earlier, it's not my system actually. So I don't have those files because I've been having some issues, especially coming to this point where I have to get some images and input them into a folder here. So
Okay.
because this is not my system, I have to start downloading the images over and over again. But then I don't know why it keeps giving me an error code. While I was at home, I think this is the error code it keeps giving me.
Okay. Model not
Telling
defined.
me model is not defined. Yeah.
Okay. Scroll up. Can you scroll up?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Scroll up. Can you scroll up?
Scroll
Yeah. Keep going up.
up. Okay.
Okay. Scroll down. Just
Scroll down.
yeah, gradually.
Okay.
Uh, okay. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Yes. It will tell you model not defined. You didn't import something. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me get the correct syntax. Okay, so tf.keras TensorFlow. Okay, so let me see your import statements. Those your dependencies.
My input statement.
Excuse, yeah, your dependencies. Okay, you
Okay.
see this.
Yeah,
No,
because I used pictures of Donald Trump and Barack Obama,
okay,
and I've not been able to download those images, put them back into this. I think
okay,
I should
okay.
have
That's
them.
that's fine. That's fine. Hold on. See this TensorFlow.keras.models import model close to your mouse. Or is it my mouse? Okay, it's my mouse. Um, Around the middle. TensorFlow.keras.models. Did you say from
I'm not
TensorFlow.keras.models?
hearing you. I'm not
Uh,
hearing you. I was
can you
trying
hear
to
me now?
highlight it.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, okay. I think, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay, so do you see the TensorFlow.keras.models?
Mr. Daniel, are you still
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
okay? Yes. Yes. Yes, I
Okay.
can. I can.
Okay, so do you see TensorFlow.keras.models?
Mm,
Did you say?
yeah. No, I didn't hear what you said just now. Sorry.
Okay. Are you
No, there's
seeing?
this break in
Okay.
transmission once in a while.
Oh, okay. Okay, basically just run the cell. Run the cell.
Okay.
Okay, so while it's running, let me see your train and data train and validation directory.
Okay.
And regardless of the system, you should have it in your drive, so it shouldn't be an issue. Once you log into your drive, it's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's
It's-
see. Let's look in there.
This
Let's
is it.
look in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you're training with 5 images.
Yes.
That's quite small.
Should I increase? Should I download more?
Yeah, after the class, yes. Okay, so let's see Donald Trump.
Okay. These are the images for Donald Trump. I just
Five.
used five
Okay,
of each.
let's.
Yes.
What about validation? How many do you have in validation?
I have the same images in validation.
The same images you have in train.
Yes.
Whoa,
Yes.
nah, nah,
That's
nah,
what I
nah.
have there. Okay.
Nah, you have to have different images. You have to have more
New
on your in
images.
your training data sets. Yes, and then new images, but less on for your validation. So if you have more, if you have like say 20 and above, maybe 25 or 30 for your training, you should have five for your validation. But then it
Validation.
should not your validation data set should not be in your training data set. That means you should not so that the model would test on what it hasn't seen before, not what it has seen before during training.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Dan. I'll
So
work on that now.
yeah. Okay. So let's run it through. You can close these files.
Okay.
Let's work on that model not defined error you have. No, 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 no. I want to see your screen.
You want to see?
Your screen. Your screen.
Oh,
Share your
oh,
screen.
sorry. This okay. Hello,
Is loading yet? Or is it showing yet? Is it showing? Okay, it's coming up.
Mr.
Still
Daniel.
coming up here. I can hear
Fine.
you. It's still coming up. I can hear you, but it's still coming up.
It's breaking. You're breaking actually. The transmission is not
It's not strong, yeah?
very good. Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, but it's not sharing yet. It's loading.
I've started sharing. Perhaps it's from. I've started sharing already.
I'm not seeing it yet.
Think it should be from
Okay, fine. I
YouTube
can see it now.
because the
Okay,
same
so
thing.
run. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. You can
All right.
run the next cell, run the train and validate your directory. Even though I know that the result might not be very good.
Okay.
Okay,
Done.
run the next one. Scroll down. Okay. So this is where we have issues, yeah? Okay, run this. Run the mobile. No, run the
Yeah.
mobile is equal to tf.keras. And then run the model. I don't think you should
Done.
have that same error. Okay, run the next one. You shouldn't have the same error.
Still giving me an error. Okay. Okay.
Is it giving an error?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dan.
Okay.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
Okay, so from here on out, have you had any other error apart from this?
No, apart from this, no other error.
The
Just that
issue is you did
particular
not
error.
you didn't run that dependency. If you had run the dependencies, you'd have imported module, but you didn't import module. That's why it was saying you've not defined it. But if you had imported it, it will be defined.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Thank
what
you,
you
Mr.
need to do now
Daniel.
is
I
probably
understand now.
get more images. Yeah. What you need to get more images. The more images you get, the better your model will perform. Yeah.
Okay.
So no challenges so far, yeah?
Thank you, Mr. Daniel. No, no, no challenges
Yeah.
so far.
Okay. All right.
But then, I'm sorry, Mr. Daniel.
Okay.
Okay, we when you were during your class, I think we ran this code with about 11 images. You trained about 11 images.
Wait. You have an error. You have a mistake. There's a mistake somewhere. Um, why is it saying belonging to three classes? Go to your drive, yeah, where you have
Mm,
the images. You probably will
mm,
see you would see three files there. You won't see it here. You won't see it here. But go into your
okay,
oh okay, is it three? No, it's two. It's two. But there you're going to see it as three. That means probably the the Obama folder, the Trump folder, and then you see another file there. That last file, delete it. The same thing too for the other
okay.
for validation too. Yeah. Okay. So your question. That's why it's showing three classes. This is show two classes. You won't see here. You have to go into your
Where
drive.
can I?
Yeah, but you wanted to ask me a question.
It's related to this download, this error, the error I'm seeing here.
What error is that?
It was like you know, when you were during the class, you trained about 11 images. You used 11 images to train your data model. But
Okay, I
then me
did.
using five, yes,
Yeah.
me using five, I wanted to know if there was any way, anything to be edited here, because I just felt like there was a point where you were telling us about whether was it around here where you have to adjust something according to the number of images you've
Okay.
used to
So
train.
yeah. Okay. Fantastic question. See the batch size. This batch
Yeah.
size tells you that it really doesn't affect your model training performance. It's fine, but the batch size, if you have more than five, you're just telling you take the train in fives, take the images by five and train with them. That's what batch size means. If you have say maybe 5,000 images using five training by five will be very slow, so you might want to increase it to maybe 32. Usually
Okay.
people use 32, 64, but because we're working the very small sample, that's why I changed it to five here and then four here. But yeah, it's supposed to be 34, 16, 64 is arbitrary. Then this units here, this dense unit, output dense unit, because you're doing a classification of two classes, that means Obama or Trump, the units have to be two
Yeah.
here.
Okay. That's here.
That output then the last the last line of code, where you have your activation softmax.
Okay.
So it has to correspond with the number of classes you are classifying for.
Um, okay. Sorry. Output. Um, so, Mr. Daniel, sorry, I can't see. This is my last line of code here.
Okay, you've not found it. Okay, no, no. Scroll up, scroll
No.
up. Stop here, stop here.
Okay.
See the first cell. That first
This.
cell, you have outputs there.
Okay, this.
Yeah, the first cell you have outputs. No, not that one. That's the second cell. No, 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 no. Put it back. Put it back. Put the output back.
Okay.
Yeah, in the first cell, not this one. The one above it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
Okay.
have
Okay.
you have outputs, dense units. Change it to two.
Yes.
Yeah. I think nothing else changes. Let me see. Okay, scroll down.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing else changes. Then go through last week's video. I touched on prediction a little more. So that should help you in case you run into any prediction errors.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Daniel. Well, so I'd like to also ask another question. Okay, I will go
Okay.
through the video, yes, but please can I have a hint on what you mean by this prediction? Because I don't understand honestly what it
Okay, so
entails.
the idea of prediction is basically after you've trained your model, right? You want to pass it an image it hasn't seen in either the training set, the
Or
validation set.
validation.
Yes, you want to pass in and imagine after you built this model, you now pass it your um a new image of maybe you built it for your mom to recognize your mom and you use several
Okay.
pictures your mom gives you, you split it into training and validation and you finish training, you could actually just take a picture of your mom right there and then and pass it into the model for it to predict on your mom. So it's going to predict that is this your if this is your mom or somebody else. Does that make sense? So that's the prediction it's
Yes, it
doing.
does.
You predict on your test set.
Okay.
Yeah, that's prediction. That's what I mean. That's what I mean by prediction. Sometimes you could hear it
Okay.
called
Thank you
you
very
could
much,
hear it be
Mr. Dan.
called inference. Sometimes you hear people call it inference. It means the same thing, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr.
Any other
Dan.
questions? Yeah. Any other questions?
No. Mm. Okay. So then what if I want to, create? Because I'm thinking of an idea. I don't know how stupid it might sound though. But
There's no
then
stupid idea.
I was thinking of maybe trying to develop. Yeah, I was thinking of maybe trying to develop a software or an app that uses facial recognition. Normally you can put password or fingerprint, but this one just uses facial recognition code, to open. Once you put the camera, your face front of the camera, it just opens immediately. But not
Yeah,
from the
okay.
phone settings per se. Just I want it to be a code inside the app. I
Yeah,
don't
of
know if
course
it's
that's
possible.
yeah, it's actually very possible. But then again, what's if you're building something, you have to ask yourself, what's
Okay.
the use? Who would people use it? Is there something already solving the problem
So
at this point?
sorry, please, Mr. Daniel, I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Okay, now I think it's better. Yes, better.
Okay, so yeah, the first thing you want to do before you think of any problem you want to solve or any solution you want to create, you need to ask yourself, is this a valuable solution? That means would people find value in it, or is there something else that's already solving that problem that you want to solve? Excuse me. In this case, there's already something like that in existence. There's Apple facial recognition, and then of course there are other Android facial recognition softwares. What you could do is you could channel that thought to opening something else. So maybe not opening your phone, but opening something else, right? So once you use that app, it recognizes a particular face, then it opens something else. Maybe um, it will send open to a particular device, not necessarily your phone, maybe your car, maybe um, your vault. Still the same idea, but in another use case. Because I feel like this facial recognition for phones is already saturated, right? So you probably want to do it something a little different. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, thank you, Mr. Daniel. So that means to be able to accomplish that, I will also need to maybe take a course on networking because I feel that for that car idea, I think there should be something related to networking there. Maybe deriving IP, configuring an IP address or something like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Or
exactly.
okay. Thank you, Mr. Daniel.
Yeah,
We'll try and work on that project.
I'm looking
And I'll
forward
tell
to
you
it.
how it goes.
I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Okay. So Jane, do you want to come on stage? Okay, do you have any other questions for me,
Okay,
Jonathan?
no, I'm good. Thank you very much.
Okay, cool. Jane, do you want to come on stage? Nunu Yeni, do you want to come on stage? It'd be nice to have you guys on stage so we could have our final discussions. You could work on the project. I could see what you've done on your project. Even if you've not done anything on your project, it's fine. I just want to have a discussion with you. Is there anybody? Okay, so I guess not. So let's okay, so I want to share my screen. Jonathan, okay, so it's nice having you on stage. I'll need you to go backstage so that we could just have a general discussion.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
Okay, so let me share. Okay, so let's see. Let's just do a very oh, I like this. Let's talk about this. Oh, I'm having shabby network this afternoon. Okay, but while it's coming up, so you can see manufacturing robots here. Of course, I feel everybody here knows what robots are for. Robots help us do tasks, mundane tasks, and sometimes even intellectual tasks. Okay, fantastic. It's come up. I wish I could see images. Yeah. So this here is Sophia. Sophia communicates basically with human beings. They're trying to solve the problem where she gets to communicate with human beings and you won't be able to differentiate between. You won't be able to tell that she's a robot, right? They're almost at that level, right? So that's one thing AI can help with. So in case if you have passion around robots, that's fantastic. AI is like the mind of robots. being able to think, talk, relate, do things for themselves. That's what AI does. It's the intelligence behind the robot. Healthcare. One good application in healthcare is you would find that robots, AI helps us diagnose diseases, cancers very quickly. So, for example, just like we're doing image classification here, facial recognition, you could give it an image of of an MRI scan, or a scan of the body, right, or a tissue in the body, and then it will tell that, oh, this looks like a tumor, this looks like a malignant tumor, this looks like a cancer, right? And it could tell even better than human beings can. So that's one application of AI. One other application is mobile apps for healthcare. Okay, that's the same thing. Still healthcare. Okay, self-driving cars, right? You know about Uber. Um, Imagine Uber being driven by AI. That's amazing, yeah. So yeah, some AI companies, Tesla, Waymo, these are guys that are building autonomous cars, right? You could check that out too. Cruise, Waymo, yeah, Lumina, okay. And then in finance too, I told you about predicting the likelihood of a user paying for a loan. You could use AI for that. For travel, uh, okay, making travel arrangements. That's pretty automating the travel process. That's pretty nice. Social media. So yeah, when you hear of recommendations on social media platforms, so Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, excuse me, um, the fact that you get the recommendations you get are relevant to you on Facebook, um, on Instagram. You get the right kinds of images, the images you like. Um, on Spotify, the songs you want to listen to, that's AI, or you would like to listen to based on the songs you've listened to in the past, that's AI. That's a recommending engine or recommendation system or recommendation engine. They mean the same thing. So that's what one of the things AI could do for you. E-commerce, um, showing you the right kind of products that you would buy. That's also recommendation engines. Um, and even transporting, because I know Amazon is investing in that, transporting goods from one particular place to another via drones, via um, autonomous cars too. So that's one application of AI in marketing, very similar to advertising. Okay, basically, um, if you know about running ads on Facebook, that's AI, right? AI finds the right kinds of people that would buy a particular kind of product, dependent on the data set it has about those people, right? So that's AI too. Grammarly for writing beautifully. It helps correct your writing. This is major NLP. So you can see how AI is used in almost every area of our lives, and it's still growing. That means its applications are still growing. We still have more places we can apply AI to. So that's where you come in. You can, especially in Africa, you can think about solutions that AI can solve. You can think about problems AI can solve, and then start to think of how you can solve those problems. Once you start, the first thing you need to do is, how do I solve this problem with AI, and then how do I create a solution around it? Once you start thinking in that way, I promise you, you start getting the right resources, you start getting the right ideas, the right conversations. And of course, you could message me at any time, and also message Kuderina, and then we'll help you through the process, right? I'm actually looking forward to, by virtue of this class, you come up with ideas that will blow, your teammates' mind. No idea is stupid. No idea is stupid. No idea is invalid. Every idea makes sense if you properly apply it. Every idea makes sense. So yeah, if it looks if it doesn't look so nice in your eye, in your from your own perspective, share it with us. Share it with us, and then we'll help you through the process. Okay, so those are some of the areas that AI is used for. Um, yeah, and so if you have any questions, we've worked on facial recognition. I've dealt on it extensively and comprehensively. Um, you could go through all the videos and then see how to do what Jonathan just showed us. If you have any questions, you could always reach out to me. You could reach out to Coderina at hello@coderina.org. Um, if you want to do another kind of project, you have a project in mind, reach out to us still. Um, excuse me. Okay, so I'll just give you a few seconds to ask questions. Give you a few minutes to ask questions. Let's see what GANs can do, because this is my favorite part of AI. Let's see. Mm, okay, let's see this one. Right, so you can see how it's creating new images. You can see how it's creating new images. That's what GANs can do, actually. You guys can check out. Um, let's see. I hope it's working. Yeah. So this is an example of an image created by a GAN. You can see down here it says imagined by GAN. So this person actually does not exist in this life. It was created by an AI. This is an AI generated image. Fantastic, yeah? Amazing. Let's see again. This person does not exist. It looks like the person exists, yeah? But the person really doesn't exist. Style GAN. And this person doesn't exist. This person does not exist. Pretty nice stuff, yeah? So let's see. Let's see. Star GAN 2. You could check it out and see the amazing stuff. This is an AI generated image, AI generated landscape. AI generated car, AI. See, this is what AI can do. These are guns. These are guns. See how it's changing. Do you see that? These are guns. This is gun. Drawing. You can turn an image to cartoon. You can turn it back to a real life image. This is guns. These are guns. These are guns. Pretty amazing stuff, yeah? Pretty amazing stuff, yeah? And pretty exciting. This is AI. Yeah, this is AI. Pretty amazing stuff. So yeah, you could check this out. Um, Pretty amazing stuff. Check out GANs, check out CNNs, check out NLPs, time series, and then get excited. And if you come up with any project, you can message me, reach out to me via Coderina at hello@coderina.org, and then we'll talk more about it. On that note, we've come to the end of today's class and the end of the artificial intelligence um, class, and was pretty amazing getting to know all of you. All right. So on that note, we say bye bye.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Daniel. It's so great to have you for this week. Thank you for all you do. We are happy. The kids are happy. The children from the library has mentioned to me that you are always forgetting to mention them whenever you are acknowledging other people. So we have a set of students in Abuja Library, about 10 of them. They always come for the section
Oh,
every week. So they're always, because they just project from one screen and everybody watches from that particular screen.
oh,
So they have told me that they need you to
okay,
please acknowledge them when you're acknowledging the rest people. Yeah,
okay,
so
okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, people from Abuja Library. Nice to have you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Heartfelt apologies. You guys are amazing. I know you've had a fun experience learning. I'm looking forward to. Oh, this is Daniel Oguma.
yeah, Daniel is here.
Okay, so nice. So nice
Hi
to meet you.
Daniel. Daniel with the
Hello,
brain.
Daniel.
Hi, sir.
Hello. How are you?
Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, is it biscuits?
Yeah, he's eating biscuits.
Nice to have you. Nice to have. Nice to see you.
Yes, sir.
Um, I,
So
I hope it has been a fun experience for you and a learning experience for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool, cool stuff, cool stuff.
Sir,
Yeah,
you talked about the Abuja Library.
yeah.
That are they some big books or that I want to read.
Shift now.
Yeah,
I
we
show
have a
me.
lot of books in Abuja Library. You can come in anytime and pick up any books and just
Ha.
read. There are a
Good
lot of big
afternoon,
books.
oh.
Hi, good afternoon. So you have big books in the library, numerous
So
books
where is
that you
it
can just.
located?
It's located at Area 2. The
So where is it
library
located?
is located at Area 2 in Abuja.
Okay, sir. Area two where?
Yeah, after the shopping complex, Area 2 shopping complex. Once you get to Area 2 shopping complex, you just ask for the library. The library is there. So
Yes,
thank you
sir.
everyone. It's been
Okay,
a
Thank
thank
good
you,
you.
week.
sir.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel.
Great to be
See you
here.
guys next week. Bye bye. Yeah.